Hello and welcome to Dad Got This. We answer the tough questions like, what am I making for dinner tonight? And what looks like half a tomato? That second one's easy. The other half. Welcome to a quick cook version of Dad Got This. Today, I needed to make dinner and I thought I'd take you guys along with me. I'm gonna make something that the kiddo absolutely loves, spaghetti and meatballs. Let's get into it. I'm gonna throw a little smoky twist on it. I normally don't do this, but hey, I got the wood fire, why not? Grab yourself your pellet hopper, fill it up with some pellets. Give it the dad shake. The dad shake either compacts the pellets and makes it burn better, separates the pellets and gives it lots of air and makes it burn better, or does absolutely nothing but just makes me feel like it burns better. Still do it every time. I'm gonna go through these in the wood fire and I'm gonna set it to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, air crisp with the wood fire on. I set it for 30 minutes. Don't know if it'll need 30 minutes. We'll just kind of go by eye. This whole thing is done by eye. I don't have a recipe for this. I just cook this because I'm used to cooking it. So I guess we'll figure out what the recipe is as I do it. To make real authentic Italian meatballs, you should use pork, beef, and veal. I don't use veal. I just do pork and beef. It is a 50-50 mix for this. We're gonna throw in about a pound of pork, 1 pound of beef. To this, you're gonna add an egg. This is about a cup of some breadcrumbs. To this, we are going to add about half a tablespoon of salt, a half a tablespoon of granulated onion, half a tablespoon of granulated garlic, half a tablespoon of basil, and about 6 good-sized cloves of garlic that we are going to mince through a garlic press. Maybe 8. We like garlic in this house. 1/4 cup of some pecorino romano, and about 1/8 of a cup of olive oil. And now the fun part. You just get in there. You really do want to mix this well. Make sure you incorporate everything in there nicely. Just got the notification our ninja's ready. We're just gonna make some meatballs. Make some pretty hefty guys. About hand-sized. The only thing you're worried about is trying to keep them about the same size. Now this is something that my mother used to make all the time. For us, it was probably my favorite thing to eat. Now I'm making big meatballs. Depending on how much time you have, you can make them smaller so they'll cook faster if you're in a pinch for time. I got time today, so I'm gonna make the big boys. That guy looks a little small, that guy looks a little big. Swap you out for you, give you a little extra. Good to go. We're gonna go pop these in the wood fire. While those guys are cooking, we're gonna start on our red sauce. To a cold pan, add your garlic. We're gonna do 1, 2, 4 big cloves through the press. Now, coat the bottom with olive oil. Medium heat. Probably one of the most important things is to use a good tomato. I like these Tuttorosso San Marzano style tomatoes. I did a whole test where I tested all kinds of different tomatoes and I found the tomato that I liked. I actually liked these better than regular San Marzanos. Price versus taste difference. The San Marzanos tasted a little bit better, but for the difference in price, it wasn't worth it. These were pretty darn close. We are just gonna cook this till it starts to get fragrant, but we don't really want too much browning. Just like a minute or 2. And now we are gonna add half a tablespoon of granulated onion. If you wanna use real onions, you can, but I like this because it's so minimal and there's really not a lot needed to get this thing going. So I use a little bit of the onion powder, cook it off here. Now as they started to toast, get a little bit brown, 2 28-ounce cans of tomatoes. Give it a stir. And for some extra bold flavor, a little bit of tomato paste, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. At this point, you can add in half a tablespoon of dried basil and give it a stir. Go with about a half a tablespoon of sea salt. Drop your heat down to a medium-low, and then you're just gonna babysit this until the meatballs are done. Keep stirring it, make sure that it does not burn on the bottom. Absolute sin of making sauce like this would be to burn it on the bottom. It's gonna ruin it. So just make sure you're stirring it constantly, every couple minutes. Now, you can take advantage of some time and do a little bit of cleanup. At this point, you have some choices. If you are in a rush, take your meatballs and cook them all the way to about 150, 155. Stick them in the sauce, let them go for 20 or 30 minutes. You're good to go. They won't be super fall apart tender and amazing with all the sauce built into them, but they will be delicious and they'll be done in a good amount of time. Now, if you have a little bit more time, like I do today, don't care what temperature you take your meatballs to. If they get to 130, 140, 150, that's fine. Once they come out of the air fryer, if they've got a nice little color on them, we're gonna go ahead and stick them in the sauce, set the sauce on low, and then let it go covered for an hour, 2 hours maybe. And then you should get some amazing meatballs where all the sauce works its way into the meatball. They start breaking down a little bit. They become more tender and they are fantastic. That's the way I like to do it. And that's what I'm gonna do today. We'll go ahead and check them about halfway here. See what they're temping at. I wasn't 100% happy with the color I was getting on those meatballs, so I kicked it up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for this last 10 minutes. Oh, those are done. No problem. Oh, those look fantastic. Now it's at this point when as a kid, I used to either make my nana or my mom when she was cooking these, give me a meatball, break it up into a bowl, put a little sauce on it with some cheese, and I'd have a pre-dinner snack. Might be why. These are fully cooked. They were over like 180. We are just gonna nestle them in here nicely. And this is something my mom and my nana did not add, butter. It adds a wonderful mouthfeel and flavor to your sauce. About 3 tablespoons will do it. And then we're just gonna stir it all in. Do you wanna know why restaurant pastas and dishes taste so much better than the ones you cook at home? Well, they season them properly. They have enough salt in them. Actually, that's pretty darn good. I'm not gonna add anything to it. I'm gonna let it cook because the flavor will intensify as it goes, but right now, that's pretty solid. I'm gonna drop the temp down a little bit lower. You just want it at a bare simmer. We're gonna cover this for an hour to 2 hours. The sucky part is you do need to make sure you are still stirring this probably every 10 minutes just to make sure that nothing is burning and you got your heat correct. You don't want to get this far and then burn the bottom of the pan. It's been about an hour and a half. Should be good enough for now, just at least for a test and to finish up this video. Cook some pasta according to the package directions. Cook it al dente. And then you're going to take a ladle of your sauce and ladle it into your pasta. Give it a nice mix. Grab yourself some pasta, hit it with some sauce, grab a meatball, top it with some Parmigiano Reggiano. It's a fantastic spaghetti and meatballs. Grab a fork, cut your meatball, just a perfect meatball. I actually like that little bit of smokiness that I got from doing it in the wood fire. It's really good. Grab a little sauce and some pasta. Brings back memories. Now, the longer you let those meatballs go, the more tender they're gonna be and the better they're gonna get. Probably another hour and a half will make them absolutely perfect. If you're enjoying this, please do the YouTube likey subscribe stuff. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. If you really want to support the channel, become a member. Members get behind the scenes updates, shout outs, producer credits, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, please just subscribe. As always, I will try to put the link down in the description for the recipe to my website, dadgotthis.com. Lots of cool recipes on there. Go check it out. And that's how you make an easy weeknight pasta meal a la dad. Or actually, a la my mom and my little nana. With all that out of the way, there's only one question left to answer. What do you call pasta that sticks to everything? Linguine. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, cook some pretty good pasta, but one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.